All right, it is Food City Friday. I want to welcome Chef Julie into the kitchen, and today we're talking about, once again, our kids are out of school.
Our kids are out of school.
You got to feed them.
You've
You
got
have
to
to
feed
feed them.
Like the gal said before, it is go time.
It
people.
is go time.
So I just have some really fun ideas that you can use with your kids throughout the summer and really throughout the whole year. The first idea I have is something I do when my kids have like a sleepover with lots of their friends. I don't cook for them. I make them cook for themselves.
Okay.
And one thing that kind of gives them a shared activity they can do together. It exposes them to foods maybe they haven't really tried before and makes them a little brave. So it's just a simple foil dinner. And what you do, and I'll let you make your own little dinner. So
I can just put whatever I want in here.
You kind of do, yeah. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, just so things don't stick.
Very
and I start with the chicken if you want.
Got some chicken.
And you put whatever vegetables you like. The key to this is to slice things very thin.
And I love carrots.
Very thin, especially potatoes cook really well in this, but you got to cut them very thinly.
And I like some potatoes.
Yep.
And I'm really a big fan of broccoli.
Well, and that brings up a good story because one of my son's friends, when he came over and I had this, the only time he'd ever had broccoli before was when it was smothered in cheese.
Oh.
He'd never had just broccoli.
Just
and so
steamed broccoli.
He kind of got brave and tried it, and he really liked it. And all the boys that evening, and these were young teenage boys, they all got seconds. They all made another foil packet to have.
And I like these too, the snap peas.
Yes, and those are just ready to go. When you cook this, you can cook it on a grill, on a charcoal grill, over a fire with coals, or the last time I did it, it was raining, so we actually baked them in the oven on a sheet pan, and that was great.
I love the color on the pepper, and I love what pepper does to other foods.
Right.
But just to eat pepper, not a big fan.
Not a big fan, but when you
I
cook
like what it does when you cook with it.
That's right. And the other thing I always have out for the kids are lots of seasoning choices because the flavor really comes out when you add seasoning. So I would recommend that one. There's just a complete one, and you do more than you think you need actually because it takes a fair amount to get the effect that you want. We can drizzle it with just a wee bit more olive oil, and then the fun part is sealing up the whole thing. And I kind of encourage people start here and then just roll it up.
Go in half.
Yep.
Then make a seal.
And make it and seal it well because you want to steam this. That's really what the trick is to it. I'll let you fold it that
end. I got that one.
And then you put your name on it. All you have to do is get a Sharpie, and the kids love to put their names on it. Sometimes they draw smiley faces or other things. And that way when you put them all in together, especially if it's over a fire or something, you don't have to get things mixed up. It depends on the temperature of your heat source, how long this takes. If you do it in the oven, like around 375, 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how fat the packet is. And here we have one for Toby.
I put a little daytime Tri-Cities on there as well. So.
This one's for Toby, and it was cooked yesterday. And I think if we look in here, we see that he liked lots of vegetables, which is awesome.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see, and it just cooks. It cooks right up. Now that was cooked yesterday, obviously, but it cooks up really well, and it's just such a fun treat for kids to do. How long do you leave it? Like I said, if it's 375 oven, around 15 minutes. It just depends on how hot your source is. And if you're cooking outside over a flame or a grill or something, it could take longer. You just don't know. Just watch it. And just check it. Yeah. The next idea I have is for the road trips. We all have been on plenty of road trips. Yes. I find if you put the kids' snacks pre-portioned, this is your little road trip here, with the chewing gum and all the little things in there pre-portioned, they don't have to share with their siblings. They don't bother you, pestering you for food. They know how much they have to make the whole trip, and you get to decide how much they get. It's not like you pass back a big bag of chips and they disappear in 5 seconds. That way you decide how much they get.
And you decide on the nutrition value of
exactly. And I create this little trail mix. I put like their favorite a sugary cereal, and we don't get those at home much at our house, so it's kind of a treat. Right. Make a little trail mix, and then you can put that in there too, and it's just a lot of fun for the kids.
The marshmallows, and you put a few M&Ms in there as well.
Put some M&Ms. I put some peanuts for protein, but it depends on the age of your child, what would be appropriate for them. But again, they're just simple little things to make that road trip a little less stressful for everybody.
And I'm going to tell you, sealable bags are the best things ever because you can put fruit in there as well.
That's right. You certainly can.
Vegetables.
Yes.
And it's not only just the sweet stuff and the
candies
and the crackers.
In here too.
You got them a little something extra in there with their nutrition as well.
Yes, and that's important.
All right, we're going to come back in a few minutes. And we're going to talk about some other things we got going on for kids. What do we got going on?
We're going to eat the rainbow next.
We're going to eat the rainbow.
That's right.
It is foodcity.com for more on this, and bakingwithjulie.com is a great website. She has a lot of great information on there as well.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by